thatmovieguyUK.
Veronika, Franz, and Severin Fiala. Know who they are? Well, ever heard of a movie called Goodnight Mommy? It's a good movie. Divisive, but good. They have actually fallen into the category of actually interesting horror filmmakers that I actually quite like, along with Ari Aster's and Robert Eggers. They create interesting films that I really want to go see, and I was fortunate enough to see The Lodge at London Film Festival this year, and also got to go to a Q&A with the directors. And I must say, I am excited to talk about this movie, and that's why we're here. Going into the plot, we're not going to divulge too much. Stay away from the rabbit hole of this movie because it's just worth going for the ride. Basically, all you need to know, it follows the story of a brother and a sister who are stuck in a lodge with their potentially new stepmother, and there is a blizzard outside and some stuff happens. That's all you need to know. The Lodge is stylistically cold and brutally calculated by Franz and Fiala. They have created this high tension type of film that you don't always get. It's not quintessentially horror in that mindset. It is a combination of that and being a thriller and various other things. But throughout this whole process, I actually was having very strong heart palpitations because I didn't really know what was going to happen next, what was going to change the course of what may be happening. And throughout the whole process of this film, I just was on tenterhooks. And this is the kind of immersive type of horror that I admire and I love. The best way to think of The Lodge is it's very similar to the ice that's outside of the lodge. It creeps very, very slowly just to make sure that you're safe. But the minute there's a little crack appearing on the ground, something is changing, something is happening. And this just builds and builds and builds. And I think Franz and Fiala, they provide this intrigue and this mystique that you don't always see in these type of films, and it just continuously broods and broods and broods until it hits you. And going into this, there is a very interesting twist. I honestly didn't see it coming, but some people, oh my god, it's so obvious. But I think in a way it was a very gratifying type of twist, and that's all I'm going to say about it, but they give it so much. The Lodge is definitely not going to be for everyone. This is definitely I would not say it's art house, but it is on that cusp of where it's not exactly mainstream. And if you are prepared to go for a tepid paced film for 90 minutes, then it's definitely worth your time. But this is the thing, there are elements of repetitiveness within the whole concept of the story and the way that it unfolds, but crucial clues are left there for you to contemplate and to reflect on. And the other issue that you will get with this film is a lot of people compare it to Hereditary. Hereditary was, I think, probably being made at the same time or around this time that The Lodge was being made. So there are comparisons because of A Dollhouse and stuff like that. But they tackle the same kind of themes with it being trauma, grief, various elements like this. But I think The Lodge takes it down another route, and I can relate to situations that they have in this, obviously coming from a divorced family or a future divorced family. You can connect with this making your stepmother into a Baba Yaga, like a boogeyman kind of character, and there is this tension that you have. So obviously I felt like I had more of an emotional connection to this film. I'm not saying I did anything bad to anybody or anything like that. I'm just saying that this is where my connection with The Lodge comes. After my parents' divorce, I did not exactly have the best of relationships with my stepmother. Things are a lot better these days because I'm a mature adult, blah, blah, blah. But there is just this cohesiveness that binds me into it, and I think that's something that just kept me going throughout. Riley Keough really is everything in this film. I think she provides a very deep meaning to what it is that she's doing, but at the same time she has a connection with something that I'm not really going to discuss about, but her connection to this something goes with something that's going in this film, and they just click. So I feel like there is a bit more of a naturalistic kind of pull she has in this, and I think as the lead playing a character like this, I think she's very, very good. Jaden Martell and Leah McHugh, who are the children in this film, actually give very good, mature performances. And again, the connection I had with these two, I felt like me and my sister having to deal with our stepmother. And I think Jaden Martell just has this really wholesome appeal to him, but he has such a layered range of drama, and throughout this whole film you just don't really know what he's thinking at times, but he's a very strong big brother. And I think how him and Leah McHugh combine very, very good, and the trio of them along with Riley Keough just take this into very good territory, and I highly loved that. From its very dense close-up shots to its very dark surroundings, The Lodge is a pure treat for any horror fan, and I would highly implore for you to check this out, and also Goodnight Mommy from these phenomenal directors. I'm going to think about The Lodge for quite some time, and a rewatch is much needed, especially in the cinema. It is a absolute hoot, and I could have listened to Franz and Fiala for such a long time when they were discussing this film, because they are very interesting filmmakers, and I cannot wait to see what they provide next. Obviously, if you want to keep track of me on anything, my social media is below: Letterboxd, Instagram, Twitter, all of it. And if you want to comment on this film, if you want to talk to me or discourse, let's do this, because I love talking about movies on this channel, because that's why I'm here. Like, subscribe, share, dislike, do whatever you please, but keep spreading that good sweet word of this content. And obviously, as we say on this channel, diolch, danke, obrigado, merci beaucoup, arigato, dankeschön, bitteschön, all the shins. And obviously, never change. Auf Wiedersehen.